Before I begin this video, I highly suggest that you listen to the entire video. This probably won't be just the typical 5 or 10 minute video. Listen to the entire video so that nothing that I say is taken out of context and so that you can grasp the total philosophy and understanding that I personally came up with, that I am going to try my best to explain to you. This video is primarily for every American, no matter who you are. Secondary, this video is also for everyone that lives in the United Kingdom, along with any other country that is going through any form of the shot mandate. So let's begin. The shot mandate is an assault. I know you're thinking, an assault? Wow. How is that? Before the end of this video is over, you are going to have an understanding as to my mindset as to why. Let's first go over what an assault is. It's to make a physical attack or an attempt to do something demanding towards someone or something. An assault is also the act of inflicting physical harm or unwanted physical contact upon a person. I am going to read that one more time. And I want you to pay attention to the ending, the second portion of what I read. An assault is the act of inflicting physical harm or unwanted physical contact upon a person. Think about this. If you don't want the shot, it's unwanted, right? It's unwanted physical harm. Okay, so there's a video, and it's about a 30-second video, and it's called Protesters in France Get Physical Against Mandate. Okay? So the photo on my video is actually part of that, I would call it a pre-war that's going on. However, I really admire the protesters in France, which of course is part of the United Kingdom, and I am so proud of them, because if anyone in France listened to my video, there would be no argument if they are one of the protesters. Okay? So that video shows the protesters in France protesting and, getting tough, and they're upset. They're willing to fight for their rights, and I mean physically fight. So you're gonna have certain type of people that will see this video. For one, someone can watch this video about the protesters in France. So you're gonna have those that lack understanding. Okay. Then you're gonna have, and I'm gonna call them victims. You're gonna have victims that notice that they were tricked already into getting the shot. Because remember, initially you were told, hey, it's up to you if you want to get the shot. It won't ever be mandatory. Remember that lie? Okay, so those people that got the shot under the impression that it would never be mandatory, they were tricked. So they are definitely victims. And these can be our best allies, because they can realize, hey, oh my goodness, I've really been done wrong here. And then you're going to have the worst victim. The person that's going to say, well, just get the shot. President Biden just loves us. He's like a grandpa to us. Yeah, just get the shot. I voted for him. He gotta be a good guy. I mean, he's telling us to do it. What's the problem? Come on now, you don't want to lose your job and your house. Just do what Biden tells you to do. Okay, so you're gonna have that victim. Then you're gonna have the people that I will not put in the category as being a victim, even though they're being victimized in their countries. They may not be a victim in the most harsh term because they're saying, no, my instinct is telling me something is wrong here. And these potential victims could even be prior domestic violence victims, or even people that have been on the other end of the spectrum where they've been the abuser and recovered or something. Or they just have domestic violence experience, or they may have seen a friend or family member go through abuse or be subjected to abuse. Okay, then you're going to have those victims that instinctively feel that something is wrong, that don't have prior domestic violence experience. Okay? So everybody's going to have a different perception of what they see when they see these protesters in France. They're either going to think these people are the smartest people in the world, or they're going to think these people are crazy and dumb. I don't think they're crazy and dumb. So as far as I'm concerned, these are the smartest people in the world. So I'm just going to be honest with you about my perspective. Okay, so there's another video where Biden ramps up vaccine mandates in COVID battle. Okay, and Biden states, our patience is wearing thin. That's a threat. When he says, our patience is wearing thin, it's a passive aggressive / aggressive form of a threat. Remember, when someone threatens you, they don't have to be calling you all kind of names and cursing you out. Okay? So Biden then says, a minority that is preventing the country from turning a corner. So President Biden is saying the minority that is preventing the country from turning a corner. So the minority he's speaking of, or the people that are refusing to put this shot inside of their bodies. Okay, like as if you don't have a right to what you put in your body. So now, this minority that does not want to be raped, okay, because it's no different if someone's raping you. Do you want to be raped? No, no one wants to be raped. So you're preventing, so because you don't want to be assaulted and raped, you're preventing our government from turning a corner. Now ask yourself this, what corner are they trying to turn? Because we heard all this information before about the New World Order, the conspiracy of the New World Order. Wake up call. It's not a conspiracy, it's an agenda now. You can go to the World Economic Forum and you can do your research of the 2030 agenda plan. Okay? So stop calling it a conspiracy when all these black flags are right in front of your face now. Okay, so I'm gonna go over more information. Okay, so I explained to you what an assault is. Okay, there's 7 aspects of an assault. You have a victim, usually, which is a living being. You have a perpetrator or an abuser. 3, there's a threat. 4, something of exchange, oftentimes between the victim and the perpetrator of the abuse or assault. A weapon, in some cases, that is an object. A weapon, yeah, a weapon that's outside of the person using their fist, like a gun, knife, or whatever. In this case, it would be the syringe that President Biden wants us to put in our bodies. Okay, so that syringe that he wants me to put in my body is just as harmful as somebody pulling a gun on me, in my mind, because it's an assault. You're being assaulted. Okay, so there's a threat made, and then 7, your physical body is involved. Okay, so I went over all 7: the victim, the perpetrator or abuser, the threat, something of exchange, a weapon, a threat of violence, and your physical body. So these are the 7 things. So I'm gonna use an example of a robbery assault. That was about the closest assault that I could think of that would include all 7 of these. So I want to go over the 7 things, but I also want to use an example. So we're going to use an example, and this is not discriminatory against males, but in this example, I'm going to use an example of a male man. I'm not going to give a race because many races, all races are capable of robberies. Okay, but this is going to be a robbery assault. Okay, so the victim is going to be a little elderly woman. The perpetrator is going to be the male that is committing the assault. He wants to take her purse that has her wallet and credit cards and her money order that she needs to pay her rent to. Okay, then there's a threat. The robber that's going to rob this old lady, this elderly lady, he's going to make the threat. And the threat is going to be, he's not going to curse her. He's going to threaten her almost how some people may feel Biden is threatening you right now, our own president, or how the United Kingdom may feel that they're being threatened by their president. Okay? So the threat is, I'm going to stick my needle in your arm. Okay? The robber's he's going to pull out a needle that he shoots up heroin with. And he's going to tell the lady, I'm going to put this in your arm if you don't give me your purse with your wallet in it. And you need to have your wallet in it. So that's the threat. Or I might also get my gun out on you. And I also have a knife. So this robber has a couple of weapons. But he's actually threatening her with his needle that he shoots up with in this case. Okay, so something of exchange between the victim and the perpetrator. He wants to exchange her not getting stuck with that needle to her, the elderly lady, giving him her purse with her wallet in it, along with her rent money order. Okay, so we went over the weapons. There's been a threat, and this elderly woman's physical body is involved. Now, let's go over the shot that our countries want us to have. Okay, so the victim would be everyone that resides in the country. That's a lot of victims. The perpetrator or abusers would be our governments. The threat is, you get this shot or we take your job. Something of exchange between the victim and perpetrator would be the exchange for something being put in their body against their will in exchange for keeping their jobs so they don't lose their rental places and their homes. A weapon or an object that is being used, in this case, is that needle that they want to stick in your arm. The threat would be our President Biden saying that his patience is wearing thin with us Think about that. His patience is wearing thin. His patience is wearing thin. Really? Your patience is wearing thin because I won't stick something in my body? Has our president lost his freaking mind? His patience is wearing thin because he wants to put something in me? It makes me wonder. Okay, so the same elements in this shot are the same elements that would be involved if an elderly lady was being robbed and assaulted. Okay? So, and remember, earlier I went over what an assault is. So it's clear. I mean, the shot mandate is a form of an assault. Okay, so now you have to figure out, how are you going to proceed? Okay, so let's go over the reactions to an assault. There are reactions. Some people, they're doing like France and protesting and fighting back. Some people are just going to give in for the time being. Some people are just going to be completely naive and really believe that the abuser is working in their best interest. And some people will live in great fear. And the smartest people are going to go in hiding and be somewhere in the woods and get so far away from this abuser that they won't be here to suffer more consequences. And please put any comments in there in the comment section, so maybe I can get a understanding of how you feel. But in my mind, I mean, I have struggled with the concept of the shot mandate, but in my mind, there is no doubt in my mind that all Americans, everyone that lives in the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Sweden, Britain, everyone that's in the United Kingdom, and everyone that lives right here with me in the United States, we are being assaulted and threatened. This is not just, oh, well, I'm looking at this too deep. No one. We live in a country where we have fought through slavery. We have fought to have domestic violence laws. We do not want to become an Afghanistan. Don't think it can't happen here. I am not, and I will not, at this time, be forced to get a shot. The shot is experimental, you guys. Come on, y'all. Wake up. I mean, you gotta wonder, like, what's in this shot? We don't know what's in this shot. We don't truly know the side effects of this shot. I mean, you got doctors and nurses. You got police officers that are refusing this shot. However, like Biden says, our president says, a minority that is preventing the country from turning a corner. Turning a corner. Turning a corner of control, y'all. That's the corner that they're trying to turn. I don't see nothing good coming out of it. I just don't. I do not see anything good coming out of this. And as I said in the beginning, I am really proud of France. And I mean, all the elements of abuse that would round up to an assault are there. This is unwanted physical contact. I don't want this shot. I'm not comfortable with it. There's so many side effects that need to be experimented with over time. I'm not a lab rat, okay? I'm not one of your experimental monkeys that you got running around one of these cages, okay? Yeah, people felt like, okay, Trump had to go. But I mean, what is President Biden doing? He's trying to, he wants to rape and assault Americans now. I mean, what kind of president is this? He's already abandoned the Afghanistans over there. I mean, they're over there dying left and right. I mean, I understand, okay, our Americans are home now. I'm really disappointed in President Biden. I'm really disappointed, and I just don't think he's our friend, y'all. Would your friend assault you? If the robbery assault example, if that was your elderly mom or aunt or grandma, would you think that that robber had her best interests at heart? How far does this go? Look at what happened in Germany with Hitler. Look at that. Do we think we're so privileged in America or in the United Kingdom or any other country, China, Japan, Korea? Do we think we're all so privileged that it can't happen to us? For the first time in my life that I've been on this earth, I feel like my president is assaulting me. I feel like my president wants to harm me. I feel like my president does not care about me. It is your body, y'all. He's not your God. He's just the president of the country. God don't even make you put anything in your body. God has never took a syringe and put it in the hand of a heroin addict and said, I'm going to ram that in your arm right now. God has never done that. So who is President Biden to be telling us? He is totally broken our rights and our Constitution. And it's not right. It's wrong. I'm not supporting it. And I think at this point, stop just looking at it as a shot. The shot mandate is an assault. ASSAULT. And that is what I'm standing on right now. It is an assault. I don't agree with it. Yeah, I'm going to stay in this minority. What's next? They're going to be knocking down your door with the military, holding brothers and sisters down. How far does this go? His patience is wearing. Give me a freaking break. His patience is wearing. Should I have voted for Trump? Is that who I should have voted for? Because I'm highly disappointed at the force and the assault that this President Biden, our American president, is doing to our entire country. He has no right. He's not our God. And he's wrong for this. It's pure evil. Whatever they got planned is pure wickedness. And I'm not supporting it, and I'm not going along with it. I guess I'll be in the dead minority. That's the minority. This life ain't nothing, y'all. That's why we got heaven. There's a heaven for the believers, and we need to stand on that and realize that this is not just a simple thing. Okay, if some of y'all feel like you gotta get the shot because you don't want to lose your job, hey, that's your business. But at a minimum, even if you do that, even if you say, well, look, I don't want my kids to starve or whatever, I'm gonna get this shot. Okay, but be willing to take the side effects of the shot. Prepare more. Because what else is President Biden and the government over in the United Kingdom and all these other countries, what are they going to be telling you to do next? You ready for that? Are you ready for that? And I mean, I've thought about this shot mandate long enough until I got to the point where I figured out that it's an assault. You know what happened to me when I realized what this really is? I don't want to start crying right now and get too emotional. I felt free. I did. I felt free. I mean, you struggle. What should we do? I mean, I'm fortunate that I'm in a position where I'm prepared right now. As of right now, if I decide not to get this shot, I'm going to be okay. With about 2, 3 years ago, I got rid of a lot of unneeded bills. And I didn't know what God was even doing in my life. To some people, it may have even appeared to be a crazy move. But those unneeded bills that I got rid of put me in the position that I'm in right now, where I can say no. I don't want your shot. No, thank you. And so, you guys, we got to prepare, y'all. And this shot is new, it's experimental. Y'all ain't lab rats. Okay? I knew it was all gonna go wrong when we watched him get his shot. You don't know if that man really got that shot put in him. You don't know what he got. I mean, at this point, our government is just not as trustworthy as they used to be. They're just not. So, y'all just try to think this through. And please go to the videos. I mean, it's a 30-second video. It talks about the protesters in France get physical against mandates. It's on the 504 Cut channel. And then the other video is Biden ramps up vaccine mandates in the COVID battle. And that channel is France 24 English that I watch those videos on. And just remember, get you a piece of paper and a pen and write this down, y'all. Write down what I wrote down, because I wrote it down so that I could physically see what my thoughts were. There's 7 things: the victim, the perpetrator, the abuser. And I didn't need to get online for any of this. I have dealt with domestic violence, so I didn't need to go look anything up. I've also helped domestic violence victims in my life. So, you got the victim, usually a living being, a perpetrator or abuser. That's number 2. 3, a threat. Number 4, oftentimes something of exchange between the victim and the perpetrator of the abuse or the assault. 5, a weapon in some cases. 6, a threat. 7, your physical body. And you can replay this video. The threat, we're being threatened by our own government. It's our bodies. The weapon is that syringe. Something of exchange between the victim and the abuser. Something of exchange is let me use this weapon, this syringe, to put in your body, or I take your job. I make it where you can't pay your house payment. You can't pay your mortgage. You can't pay your rent. The The threat is clear. I mean, he doesn't mind threatening you in public. That's how little our president values. That's how little he values not only us, but himself and God. Because he's playing God right now, and he's nobody's God. That's what he ain't. He's not my God, he's not my Lord, and he's not yours. Okay? So we got all these 7 things. And I gave you the example. I went over the type of victims that we have. I explained to you what an assault is. And I mean, we got a lot to think about, you know? We got a lot to think about. You know, we got people that's gonna give in completely. Some people are gonna live in regret. Some people are gonna live in fear. Everybody's gonna react differently to the assault. And I mean, assaults don't normally, they escalate, you know. They even have, of course, I don't know if anyone's ever heard, I mean, a lot of Americans, of course, are going to be familiar with the cycle and the wheel of abuse. I don't know if they have that or use that in the United Kingdom, but the cycle and wheel of abuse goes over when the abuser is affectionate, the threats come back, then they get physical. It's a cycle of abuse. Okay? So they even have like stages of someone's death. Like a police officer told me once before that normally when the perpetrator or abuser pulls a weapon out on you, you're very close to your death. Because that's normally the last stage. Even if you aren't killed that day, just by the abuser pulling the weapon out on you. Okay, and remember in this case, dealing with the shot mandate, they got a weapon too. And it's that syringe. And the bullet is what's inside of that syringe. So I guess the weapon would be that needle going in you. But what's in that syringe is that COVID shot. Okay? And so that's the bullet. So look at it no different than a gun with bullets in it. That's a needle and a syringe with some liquid in it that you have no clue as to what that can do to your body. Some people, it may not do anything to them. But this is just unheard of. This is unheard of. For the first time in my life that I've been on earth, my president gets to assault me. The president of the United States gets to assault us. That's how it feels. Hey, write it down. Take some notes like I did. I took notes so I could get a clearer understanding. And freedom came to me. I don't see how you could disagree with it with the facts I just pointed out. I gave you all facts. I didn't lie. Go online and look up what an assault is. It's unwanted physical contact. So if you're in the category of somebody that does not want this shot, hey, sounds like you're being assaulted to me. Freedom is coming to me right now. Just being able to say something about it on YouTube. You know, YouTube is such a positive venting source. You know, start you a YouTube channel. Don't just sit around and have all this stuff bottled inside of you. You know, your nerves will be so bad. I want to end this in prayer. We're even going to pray for the man that's assaulting our entire country. We want to pray for the government in the United Kingdom, Japan, China, Korea, everywhere. Italy. We want to pray for everybody. France, Sweden, Germany, Russia. Let's just pray right now because that's what God will want us to do. Lord, we come to you today and we pray for every country in the world. Our Lord God, we ask for your assistance today. Heal our minds, heal our souls. Help us make the right choice. Help us, God, not be in the hands of an abuser, no abuser. Clear our minds, give us clarity so we can make the appropriate decisions, God. Give us another way to create income, to make income. All Americans, everyone in the United States, everyone in the United Kingdom, everyone in China and Japan, everyone in Asia, everyone in the Philippines, Lord. Show us that we are not to exchange our bodies for money. We are much more than a prostitute. Even show the prostitutes that they are not supposed to be exchanging their bodies for money. But one thing I ain't gonna be is a prostitute. I'm not exchanging money for you putting anything in my body. Anything. And I mean that, Lord. And help everyone develop more of a courageous mindset, Lord. I'm learning how to be courageous. Give everyone, if they can't have my complete mindset, give them some of my mindset. Open people's hearts and minds so they have the ability to at least understand the experience and background that I come from. And I'm doing this video out of love, just pure love. No evil intent or anything, just pure love and concern, Lord. Lord, I come to you today and I pray for our President Biden. Change his heart. If he still has one, Lord. If he don't have one, give him a heart. Because our president needs your help, Lord. He needs to understand what boundaries are, and he needs to understand that this is an assault. Help him understand that what he's doing is not right to us, Lord. Please, please, we need courage today. Lord, please protect our children, our friends, our families. Because the only thing that's mandated, Lord, is that we love you and respect you. No man can put mandates on us when it comes to our bodies, Lord, because you don't even do that. Please, please protect us this week, Lord. Protect us in all that we do. Everything that we do. Protect our children. Even though we will have many children that won't even speak to their parents, Lord. Protect them. Love them. Guide them. Teach them a better way. Let's get ourselves prepared and ready to not be assaulted. Give us businesses. Give us better incomes. Let's wake up one day and say, hey, we don't need nothing from the government. I just opened me a Starbucks. I just started a new bookstore. I have an online business, God. Protect our resources. Teach us how to save and budget our money. Get rid of bills that we don't need, Lord. Help us. Guide us. I mean, do we have to have 8 cars, Lord? Is some of us getting this shot because we got too many bills? Teach us to remove that, because the more we love you, Lord, the less material things we depend on, because we need to be in love with you. I end this prayer with Everything that I have in my heart and soul goes towards you, Lord. Everyone, we need you. We appreciate you sending Jesus Christ to us, Lord, so that he could teach us the righteous way to do things. And if this all has to end with Jesus Christ appearing in the sky and those trumpets sounding, then oh well, that's the way it needs to end. Amen. Everyone, please listen to the entire video. Let's get this right. Let's get this right. Okay? Y'all have a great week. Please share this video. Comment. Subscribe if you like. And just have a wonderful week, okay? Thank you so much. God bless you.